Woo.
Yeah, thank you. You know, I'm an old-fashioned man. I don't know all this new technology.
Don't worry.
It's
Everybody
actually,
stumbles upon the unmute thing. You know, everybody.
Yeah.
I think Zoom invented that stuff just to annoy half of the globe. They just want to be a pain in the ass. You know.
Yeah.
We are all new in this stuff. Don't worry.
Okay. Then I'm not the only one.
No.
Okay.
We are not young boys. Also.
No, me neither.
How's it going there, Johan?
Yeah, fine. I actually had a pretty busy day at my ordinary work today, but I just got home in time and had a fast shower, and here I am.
Wow. Perfect.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
What?
Happy birthday, I heard.
Yeah, okay. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
So 58 years old, but it feels very good, I can tell. No problems about that.
Yeah.
Cool.
But you look every year better, man.
Okay, thank you very much. Do you want to have some...
You have a beer.
Thank you very much.
Are you talking to us from Sweden?
Yeah, I'm actually at my living room right now.
In Stockholm, or?
Yeah, a place a bit outside Stockholm, but just 15 minutes with a car, a suburb called Jakobsberg.
Okay. It sounds very Swedish.
Yeah. But it's in Stockholm.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm coming to you from Budapest. Michael's coming to you from Balaton in Hungary, and Federico is coming to you from Argentina. So we're a very global,
worldwide guys. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Pretty awesome. Yeah.
Absolutely. We connected at Metal Days at a metal festival in Slovenia. You should play live there next year probably. Right. So maybe we're gonna have the chance to see you there, hopefully.
Yeah. I about all the gigs that were planned are put further forward in time, and even now some gigs are put forward. So it's very hard to tell. You know, we were about to go to Holland a couple of weeks. Actually, pretty much this month. But it was suddenly they closed it, so we couldn't get over there. So it happens very fast, and you need to have this COVID passport too.
Oh yeah.
But I've got it. But they canceled the show anyway because I don't know, the restrictions in the country. So it's I think it's pretty much all over the world right now. I don't know if there are any full gigs in some countries.
Well, in South America, we don't have anything right now. Yeah, it's
no
difficult here, but it was quite weird because it was the American Cup of football, you know, a couple of months ago, and it was the final word with the crowd. So it's maybe some political stuff, you know. It's not.
Yeah. So the World Championship in soccer too, and there were audience at some games, but not on everyone. So
in Budapest, stadiums were full because Budapest were kind of like everything's back to normal. And in fact, we had our first gig here last week with Creator. They played here in Budapest at a little kind of festival. So things are kind of opening up in Hungary, but I think Hungary is the anomaly in the world because most countries, I'm from Australia. Australia's been shut down for a year and a half, and I don't think they're going to open for another year. So I think Europe is maybe leading the way kind of in terms of being open, but still, as we saw this year, the festivals didn't really happen apart from Bloodstock and Do you have anything planned in the coming months? Any gigs lined up?
We're supposed to. I'm not sure if it was in November or December. We're going to play at a local place in Stockholm.
Cool.
Nice.
It's been put forward, I think, 3 or 4 times so far, but
Yeah,
maybe
I
it happens this time.
Hopefully.
Yeah, some of those days are really sold out by now.
Yeah, I think so. Pretty much sold out. Maybe one
Or two.
2 tickets left. I don't know. There are 2 days, and it's not a very big place. I don't know if there are 500-600 people or something like that.
How long it's from the last time that you played?
When we were, could it have been in? I don't know. Mars, February, March,
Year or
somewhere.
Last year?
Last year.
Oh man.
So nothing this year. Yeah, but we've done 2. What do you say? Streaming shows. Yeah.
How was that experience?
It was okay. You have to think that the camera is the audience. So I tried my very best. It was my very first time, but I think we did pretty well anyway. But of course, it's not the same. Yeah. Every time we play, I enjoy every single time. But of course, in front of an audience is the best, of course.
Yeah, of course, with the feedback and everything. Do you miss it? Do you miss live shows?
Yeah, of course. I feel pretty. What do you say? Because the audience, they've been so kind to me everywhere, so I can't complain actually about anything because they're so awesome wherever we go. So far. Even though I do a couple of the other singers' songs, they say that it's okay, Johan. you do it all right.
Did it take you a long while to learn all the songs? I mean, you have been dropped out for a long while.
Not really, but of course you have to go into a bubble and then learn all the songs. And I take parts of the song one night and then the next, and then I repeat, and I do a lot of rehearsal in my head. So but of course the songs where it's a lot of lyrics sometimes they are hard to remember, but I think so far I think I haven't done that many lyric mistakes.
Right. No, do you just learn the songs you plan on playing live, or do you have to learn like the whole discography, like everything?
I usually we talk about the songs we're going to play, and then we know it, all the guys in the band, and then I can listen to the songs at home and learn the lyrics and how the song is done and things like that, and then we have a couple of meetings before it's time to go out and do the real show.
Right. Awesome.
How do you feel? Because I think the Candlemass albums in which you are singing are the best album. The first and the last one of Candlemass.
Okay, I'm flattered. Thank you very much.
What happened in the middle? What happened in the middle? 32 years, man.
Yeah, with me or with the band or
you?
Band. Yeah, as I've told everyone, I've been into music in one way or another all my life. So I've been writing songs since I was 15, 16 years old. And music has been a part of me more or less all my life. So and I've had a couple of suggestions from other bands back in time, but I've got 4 kids and now they're grown up.
Okay,
so now I can do whatever I want, and I had bills to pay, That's the way of life. So was talking to some of the guys that asked me if I wanted to join them on a tour back in time, and I said, yeah, but I have to pay the rent I can't leave my woman with all the kids alone and no money. So I'm sorry, I can't join you guys. But I've been into music in one way or another. I've always had this small home studio at wherever I've lived. So it's a big part.
Have you been on stage in the gap? Have you been performing somehow, or you just came back after 20 years and first time again you entered the stage?
Not as big stages as I've done with Candlemass, that's for sure. But I've done a couple of gigs, smaller gigs, not that big, like the ones I do with Candlemass. So. And I've been singing, weddings, stuff like that, and some private parties. But
you are invited to my next party.
Sorry,
you are invited to my next party.
I assume that you've been writing for the past year and a bit.
Sorry, there were a lot of people talking at the same time. One more.
I assume that you've been writing for the past year and a half during the COVID time. Have you been writing stuff for Candlemass or your own?
No. Candlemass is pretty much 100% Leif Edling. He is Mr. Candlemass. That's for sure. And of course, we're actually working on a new album right now, and awesome. He's writing the songs, and then we of course go to the studio where we play around a bit and see what we can do with the songs. And but he's the main writer, absolutely. And if I write songs, I write them for myself.
Okay.
And I can tell that Leif is a good songwriter, so I can't complain about the songs. It's good.
Sure.
And do you have any idea when that new album will be potentially released out into the world?
No, because Leif is in charge of the album, and he knows pretty much how he wants all the songs to sound and everything around it. But I can tell that we've been working. We have got a lot of songs that so far, and I've sung a lot of demos at this time.
Right.
So there will be a new album, but I can't give you a date for it.
That's all right. So it's all coming together. And when it will be finished, who knows? But it's all kind of going in the right direction.
And I can tell there are very good songs on this one too.
Can't wait. Can't wait.
Wow. How's the experience with Tony Iommi?
My experience?
Yeah, your experience. Because you're a fan of Sabbath.
Yeah. I like Tony Iommi's vocals a lot, and I've met him once, but it was many years ago, and I don't think he was that interested in meeting me. So I felt like okay, I said hello and nice to meet you, but that was it. I think he was more busy than I was. So, but I really do like his vocals. He's a great singer, and some of the old songs that he's done with Sabbath are my favorites for sure. Yeah. So he's absolutely an awesome singer, in my opinion.
And he played a guitar solo on the last album, was it? The
Tony Iommi.
Yes.
Yeah, I thought we were talking about Tony Martin lately, right?
Oh, yeah. No, Tony Iommi, but it's Spanish, maybe.
Oh, sorry. I was thinking about Tony Martin. Yeah.
So, talking about the great octopus.
Yeah. Of course, he did
Yes.
a Storyless. Yeah. Me myself, I have never met Tony Iommi, but I think Leif have met him a couple of times, and it was pretty awesome because everyone was telling Leif that no way, he won't do this for you, and Leif said that well, I won't give up. I'll send his manager, or I don't know who he sent an email to, and he said yes.
Wow.
And that's pretty awesome. So he must be a nice guy, Tony Iommi.
Yeah. It's such a great song.
He, in my opinion, he's one of the king of guitar riffs. He's done so many. What do you say? Epic riffs. He's a really good,
for sure,
riff writer.
And the tone on that solo is just kind of really something special. The tone that he had blended with that song is just amazing. It's just a really good fit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nice.
Right. So how was it after such a long time to enter the big stage with Candlemass again? Like, how did it feel?
Yeah, we've done a couple of gigs at this point, but I remember the very first one. We did the first one in Norway, and I was, of course, very nervous, from pretty much nothing like that to a big stage in Norway. But after a couple of minutes into the show, it felt so good, and it was the same there. The audience were fantastic, and I was what do you say, relieved that it worked out so well on the very first one, with all the lyrics and in my head, and I don't want to do a mistake because people have got their eyes on me at this point. So but it worked out, and I felt very good after that very first one. And then we did a lot of gigs with Ghost on very big arenas in Europe, and it all just, what do you say, it was a great flow, and every night was a lot of fun. So awesome. I just enjoyed the moment.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
You look like you're enjoying the gigs. The last time I saw you live were at Hellfest in 2019.
Okay, yeah. Awesome. Hellfest was a good one. I remember that one pretty much, like, because we were doing the show in one of the big tents.
Yeah.
And then I saw when the show began how the people gather outside the tent.
Yeah. It was many crowd, man.
It was a lot of people.
The band enjoyed, the people enjoyed. It was a perfect.
Yeah. That's a pretty awesome festival. Yeah. Hellfest, the biggest one I've ever seen, I think.
It's awesome, and gonna be bigger next year. It's gonna be like 2 weekends. Like Rock in Rio, for example. So it's gonna be really awesome, I think. We must go to France.
I don't know if we're invited so far, but you never know. I would love to go there again.
Oh yeah, I hope so. Me too.
Yeah, and on the big stage, the biggest, the very biggest.
Sure.
Yeah, they have two.
Yeah. But we did the tent beside the biggest one.
Yeah, but it's more comfortable also because it was maybe like some sunny day, but in the tent it's perfect for your music, man. It's dark.
Yeah. Of course. You can't play Doom in broad daylight. That's not exactly. Perfect.
I saw just before your last era with the Candlemass, Candlemass playing in Rockfest in Barcelona, which was something like 35 degrees, sunny at 1 p.m. or something like that.
Oh,
It was not the good atmosphere, for Candlemass music. It was awesome, the show.
No.
No.
Yeah. So it's supposed to be dark and a
Yeah.
couple of lights, just
Or candles.
Yeah, candles.
But that was the best experience for me with Candlemass live in Hellfest.
Okay. Thank you very much for not making you disappointed.
No, for sure not. No. All the festival and especially your band and some other like Dark Tranquility, also many Swedish bands.
Yeah.
All pretty good, all awesome.
Yeah, I really liked that one, Hellfest. It was very well arranged. Of course, all the festivals are very well arranged, but it was so big, and see all the big stars walking around there.
Oh, yeah.
And,
well, that time was Slayer, saying goodbye to the world.
Yeah. I think, did we meet some of the guys from Slayer? I think so. One night. I'm not sure. I mix everybody that we meet. It's too much to think about when you're out and a lot of people. But
do you like all the kind of music? Because in that time I remember ZZ Top playing, for example, or Leppard or bands, big band, but in other rhythm.
Yeah, but to make it short, my heart is, hard rock, heavy metal from the 80s, the end of the 70s and the beginning of the 80s. There was, in my opinion, so many good songs written at that time. So and I can still put all of them on my recorder and enjoy them like I'm 15 again. So and there are good bands also in the 90s, and I guess that's just, what do you say, my relation to music. The back in the days where your heart was pumping and your adrenaline were running around in your body, and you had the music that you just felt good and strong. But I can hear good music these days too. But that's where my heart is. And every time I hear a band that sounds a bit like the greatest bands in the 80s, I must listen more to this band. It sounds good. So, but a good song is always a good song, and there could be a good pop song or ballad or anything. Every good song is. I can listen to every kind of music as long as it's good songs.
Yeah, exactly. One time I've been in Stockholm and I went into the ABBA museum.
Okay, I haven't been there myself, but tell me.
You must.
Yeah.
Because they played some. They recorded some albums in Spanish. That were weird at that time, but in the late 70s.
Yeah.
It's quite strange, to see ABBA and this member at that time. I think in the same place, in the Grammy or something like that. Where?
Yeah. But my girlfriend, I've had the same woman now these days for all my life, actually. And we met. She had all the ABBA album.
Oh.
But I was too. What do you say? When you're 15, you just can't listen to ABBA.
No more.
At least not back in the 80s. You couldn't do that. But now, when I'm a mature and a more wise man, I can tell that they were great songwriters. It's awesome music. So,
Why do you think so much great music comes out of Sweden? Because you guys do have a lot of great bands, a lot of good songwriters come out of that part of the world.
Yeah.
Why do you think that is?
I don't know. Could be that it's pretty much because of the darkness during the winter, you know. When you live in Sweden, you say when the summer is over, then you say, oh my God, now it comes again. 6-7 months of darkness, and then you have to push yourself that there will be one more summer. So just hang on through the darkness, and then you try to to what do you say, therapy. You write songs, and I don't know, but could be one of the reasons.
It sounds like a plausible reason for sure.
Yeah, for sure. And I've heard songs from Iceland and the north part of Finland, and they're very good songwriters. So you get the time, you have nothing else to do, and you can go into the music bubble and be an artist. If you paint or if you write music, whatever.
That's awesome, because all the guys that we interviewed, they have 3 or 4 projects, at the same time. It's quite awesome, for us here in South America. It's almost impossible, to have one band, and it's like a side project, the band, because you must to work and to live.
It's pretty much the same for me, because I would be the happiest guy the day when I don't have to work at my ordinary job. So that would be a blessing if we could sell some more albums and I could be free to do even more music. That would be great. But it's life, and I'm pretty, what do you say, you shouldn't be sad about anything. You have to look forward, and but it would be a blessing the day when you earn so much that you can leave your ordinary job. When you're almost 60 years old, like I am right now, and you work all day, you're not full of energy when you're coming home. And wow, come on guys, let's party. No way. You want to you take a nap on the sofa, and your wife comes and knocking at you. You can't sleep here. No, I'm joking. It's not that bad, but
So what do you like to do besides music in your free time? Do you have any other kind of hobbies outside of playing and performing and writing?
I like to do fishing. Cool. I have a boat and I go out fishing, and it's music, of course, but I built my own. I've got a small house where I've got my small studio in right now, where I've got a couple of instruments, and I can record and write songs. And it's very good to do some sports too. So I do, I can play tennis, or it's very popular. Do you know about paddle?
No. Sounds familiar.
It's like tennis, but it's not that difficult. It's more easy to learn.
Paddle?
Okay.
You haven't heard it.
Paddle?
No, never.
Is it on a table? Or
No, you're talking about table tennis.
Yeah,
no, not table tennis. This is paddle. It's pretty much a small tennis. What do you say?
But with walls.
Court.
You can play with walls. Isn't it?
Yeah. You've got walls behind you, and the ball is not dead when it hits the wall, so you can continue playing.
That's cool.
Actually it's very fun to play paddle.
Yeah.
But I'm not that sporty. I don't do it every couple of days a week or something like that. But I have friends that do it, and they call me. And of course, I'm coming.
It's a nice sport when you dominate the technique, because you don't need to run.
Yeah. Of course, you have to just be smart.
Yeah, that's
Leave it. It comes back from the wall, and it's a bit difficult in the very beginning when you're trying to learn it. But just after a couple of games, you're pretty much into it.
Yeah, the first time you run just behind the ball.
Yeah, and you run like a maniac, and where is the ball? but you learn.
Yeah, then learn. Yeah, great.
Yeah, and I like to play soccer too, but there are not that many guys in my age playing soccer anymore. But so
yeah.
But like indoor play. Like indoor soccer.
Yeah, I did actually played in a competition every year till I was 50 years old.
Hey,
indoor soccer. Yeah, with my old soccer buddies from when I was young. We did it every single year, and we actually did pretty well. But when we became around 50, bad backs and heart problems and things like that. So and I got a couple of ribs broken at one game too.
Shit.
But
that's a pretty intense game.
Did you know actually that Leif was a good soccer player?
Oh, yeah.
Oh wow.
Interesting.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, when he was very young, he was a very talented young football player.
Yeah, wow. Well, I know indoor soccer is quite intense because you're always in the game because the field is so small.
Yeah.
So you can't really rest while the ball's over there. You're always in it. So it's a very intense.
Yeah. But we ran into the game for 1 minute or two, and then back to have a long rest, and then back in a minute.
That's what I used to do as well. 100% for 2 minutes and then rest. 100%.
Yeah.
Rest.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And in terms of when you write your lyrics, do you have a routine or something that you always do? Like, when you're out fishing, for example, do you have lyrics come into your head and you write them down or speak them into your phone? What's your process?
Yeah, now you're talking about me when I'm writing.
Yeah, when you're writing your lyrics.
Yeah. I'm pretty much. I shouldn't say that they're political lyrics, but in a way they are, because you see things that you're good and you can get inspired by that, and then you see things that you think is very wrong, and then you can get inspiration from that, and the lyrics comes from life pretty much. I think so, and it's instead of standing on the square somewhere screaming, you can go home and write it down. So I think it's kind of a therapy in a way to get it off your mind, and then you're sitting here and thinking, oh, these are good words, and I've wrote them.
Yeah.
What subjects are we talking about when you mention politics? Like, what subjects are you writing about then?
No, you don't write straight. What do you say? Metaphors.
Metaphor.
Yeah. He's an angel in disguise means that, for example, that he pretty much gives people a good look of him, that he's a good man, but underneath the surface he's pretty much evil. So you have to you can't write exactly what do you say, the right words. You have to put it into metaphors in a way or another. I think pretty much all the music is about that. You can of course be a punk rocker and say that my neighbor is an asshole, but if you're more sophisticated or not, I don't know, but you maybe use some other words.
And do you find as you get older you have more things to talk about, more things that you want to say because of all of your life experience?
I think so. In a way, I can tell because I have 8 grandchildren too. So my children are now grown ups and they're having their own families, and now, of course, I'm thinking about their future.
Yeah.
And I want to give these cute little girls and boys the best future they can have. Like every child in the world deserves a bright future, in my opinion, of course.
Yeah.
So if I see bad things happening, I'm worried about their future.
Yeah.
Not myself, I know I manage to do this, but I want them to have a good future and stay as happy and full of love as they are.
Yeah, fair enough. It's a good thing to wish for.
Yeah. I wish that for every child in the world, of course.
Yeah. Are you grandfather right now or not yet?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I am. I have 8 grandchildren.
Whoa.
8, yeah. So
are any of them old enough to be into metal yet?
No, not. But they really do like when I'm playing guitars and sing them, sing songs for them, and I include their names, and just having a good time. And
nice.
She is the nicest girl in the world, and then their names and things like that. They like that. But the oldest one is 6, so he just started up in school this year. So they're not that big anymore, and so far. But I hope so. That
Wow.
Maybe I can plant a small seed of music into them. They're talking about the grandpa at the kindergarten. My grandpa is a rock star.
Yeah, that's a cool thing to say. Oh, I wish I could say that.
Yeah. They are. They think it. Awesome. They think it's cool.
Wow.
Right.
Yeah. And of course, well, I mean, you want to travel to make gigs, but also you want to come back home because of your family. I think.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. But when I'm away, I'm lucky to have a girl. We're not married, but we've been living together for all our lives, and she does well pretty much on her own too. So I don't leave her crying. It's okay for her, for me, if I'm going away for a week or so it's not a problem. She wants me to feel good, and I let her do the best. She do whatever she wants in life, and it works very good, actually. And as you said, I really do love fly away and be away for a couple of days, doing a couple of gigs. That's great. But then, of course, feels very good to come home afterwards.
Yeah.
Wow. Nice.
Yeah.
Wow. When I was thinking, when I was a kid, thinking about the doom music, it was like everything depressive or something like that. But it's normal people. It's funny people.
Yeah, absolutely, and definitely very nice people.
Nice people, yeah.
If you should take your grandma or something like that to a festival or something, she would probably scream, "Oh, why? They look dangerous and wild." But then she finds out that these are the nicest people of all.
Yeah.
So very good. We've done the 70 tons of metal boat.
Yeah.
And
that's awesome.
Yeah, and it's very, what do you say, compact, and you're close to a lot of people all the time, and there's all the people, they're so nice. I think maybe you get some of your aggression and feelings out listening to hard music, so you don't have to go around being angry all the time. You just
I think so.
Play cool. I think so.
I think so.
I agree.
Yeah.
I when I was making some festival here in Patagonia, I was contacting you. I'm trying to contact you, and I got 3 years ago at the gates here in my town, Very nice people. It's like, wow. And I went with my mother. My mother is, it was like 75 at that time. She loved it.
Oh,
she loved it. Tiny
yeah.
place. So I went Candlemass next year.
That's awesome. Yeah.
It's quite far away, but I want Candlemass next time.
Yeah.
Yeah, in Patagonia, great place to play live.
Yeah.
I'm
ready to play. I'm ready to play. I can tell. No problems.
Okay. Yeah, you just need like 5 planes or something. That's all.
Yeah.
Talking about music, end of the 70s, beginning of the 80s, what had been the album which actually brought you into metal, into rock?
I think what was I think in the very beginning, when I was thinking, my God, this is this is something that I want to do. I think it was the beginning of Judas Priest. When I was young, I was a very big fan of Rob Halford. In my opinion, he's such a great entertainer, and there were a couple of Swedish bands too that I loved. But the very first ones, there was, I think, Judas Priest, and then we listened to Scorpions and Black Sabbath, Rainbow, all those albums back in the 80s. They have a safe place in my heart.
What were the Swedish bands that you liked? What were their names?
Yeah, actually, it was a band called Ebba Grön.
Oh, I was going to try to spell that, but
no, you can't. Ebba is a Swedish name, and Grön is green, so it's Ebba Green, and that was more kind of a punk music, but it was, in my opinion, pretty similar to the metal music, but they didn't play the guitars the same way.
Okay,
it was the same energy, and they were writing very good songs.
Cool.
If you ever listen to them, I'm pretty sure that you will like the songs.
Yeah, I want to check them out for sure.
Yeah, you spell them EBBA. EBBA. Into green, but you say you take an O instead.
Okay. Write it here in the chat. I have some open here.
Yeah. I'm not very good at this.
That's all right.
Ebba Grön.
Ebba Grön.
Can you read it?
Yeah. What?
Yeah, cool. Is that it?
Can you read it?
Yeah.
Like that?
Yeah. They're pretty punk, real punks,
Oh, nice. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the other one, you said there were a couple. What was the other one that you really liked?
There was a guy called Magnus Uggla, and Magnus is a name, and Uggla is owl in English. Magnus Uggla, owl.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah, and he, he was also in the very beginning a pretty wild punk rocker. Awesome. Writing songs about teenagers, and when you were a teenager yourself, he knows what it's all about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
And a bit later on, you witnessed the rise of thrash and death metal a bit later in the early 80s and the 90s. How was that for you to see that it gets harder and harder?
Yeah. It was clipping a bit, but in the beginning, Judas Priest, Rainbow, and then later on, I found out about Queensryche.
Yeah.
I really like Queensryche and his vocals, because I can't sing the way he does.
Geoff Tate?
Geoff Tate. He's actually one of my favorites too. The old things with him. Yeah, Operation Mindcrime and
Empire,
Rage of Order. Those albums are very good. I think.
Yeah, the first ones are.
Yeah, the first ones.
Yeah.
Everyone should have been listening to Operation Mindcrime, for example, I think. And what is fun is that, you know, when a lot of young people, when you meet young people and you play these old songs for young people, they say, wow, this is great. So I think we're right when we say there were a lot of good songs written in the 80s, 70s, 80s, 90s, because a lot of people these days really love them too. So it's a good choice.
Yeah. Well, as you said before, a good song is a good song.
Yeah,
you know,
of course.
And
maybe these days the problem is that you know there's so much and you can't even find everything that is good. So I guess that a lot of songs comes by and you don't even find them.
Yeah.
But
that's true.
But you know, when we were young, you know, you went into the record store and you know you saw all the albums right away, and now you have to go on iTunes or something, and there are thousands of them.
Yeah.
Have you discovered any band in the last years?
Not any particular band, but I always look at YouTube in the evenings, and you know, when I see something new is coming up. Actually, I think I saw the other day. I saw something. You know, have you heard about Fosse? Fosse?
Yeah.
No. Yeah, it was. I think it was fun. He was a great entertainer, the man who's singing in the band Fosse, and I liked a couple of songs, but that was the very first time I've ever heard. I've never heard them before, but that was pretty cool. And I can't tell. There are, of course, a lot of bands that I've listened to, but mostly it's a song or two that I find is in my taste. But there are good songs coming up all the time. But I think I've missed a lot of them too.
Wow.
Right. Do you have young metal bands in your surroundings? Like, does it happen that you see at a live gig some very young metalheads, like 20-year-old bands or something?
No. Actually, you know, with such a big family, I haven't got that much time left to go out and see the bands that I want to see. But every time when we're out with Candlemass, there are always a couple of bands that I want to see. So sometimes we stay behind the stage watching the next band if it's something that we like.
Do you mix into the crowd sometimes at the festivals? Like after the show, do you go around in the festival and have some beers? Or?
Oh, not that much. It depends on the schedule, you know, if we're having an early flight or something like that. But usually not. But it happens sometimes if we have a session writing, you know, autographs or things like that. But we're trying to see a couple of bands every time when we're out.
Yeah.
Of course.
There's any band that
I find it always so refreshing. You know?
Sorry?
I find it always so refreshing to when I arrive to a metal festival. It's always like a culture shock. You know, you get dragged into the metal crowd, you know, and you feel the energy, and it's always so enlightening, so refreshing to be amongst the same people.
Yeah.
You know? Very inspiring always.
Yeah.
Right.
Good man. Well, I'm
okay. So, any questions left, guys?
No. Thanks again for your time, and happy birthday, happy 21st. And
Thank you very much.
Hopefully we see you on the
Thank you for inviting me. You've been
no worries.
so nice to me. Thank you very much.
No worries.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Okay.
and good luck with the rest of the year. And hopefully
and let's
life
hope
goes back
it
to
all
normal.
starts to be come back to normal again.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank
We
you so
all
much.
miss the shows.
Yeah,
Sure,
we all
man.
all of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, hopefully to see you touring quite soon with a new album also.
Yeah.
We didn't talk
Yeah.
about the last IP, but
we have a lot of gigs planned, but little by little. So as soon as the restrictions are gone, we will be out there again. I can tell.
Awesome, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. Thank you
so much.
Okay.
Thank you so much for your time.
Everything.
Thank you very much for inviting me.
Nice
to talk to you guys.
Johan.
You too. Nice to meet you.
See ya. Cheers.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.